Welcome into the Monday Morning Quarterback UK with your boys Ben, Dami, Kriski and Bids. Dami's back.
Yeah, man.
Filling out seats 4 and 5 in the roundup in the lineup. How are you, Dami? Where you been? Type 5, where you been?
Okay, so I have been in Scotland with the girlfriend and her family. It was really good. We were like pretty much an hour away from Dundee, so in like a really nice cottage. They went on mountain walks every day, and I stayed at home doing puzzles and watching TV.
And looking after the dog.
Yeah, look after the dog. So I had a great time.
Crying on road and you're just chilling at home.
Yeah.
So bad.
We celebrated Hogmanay, which is actually a bigger thing in Scotland than New Year's.
Hogmanay.
Yeah, it's a bigger thing than actual New Year's. In Scotland, had some haggis, neeps and tatties. For
like no reason.
I'm gonna have to ask you to repeat that one more time.
Haggis, neeps and tatties. So
Which is what?
Haggis, turnips, and potatoes.
Turnips is
Have
crazy.
you been given their like tartan colours yet? Because I feel like it's been
Get this man a kilt.
genuinely.
You'll definitely get married in a kilt, aren't you?
Oh, racks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a... Yeah.
Is that a talking point?
No, it's not a talking point because I've already agreed to it. But I'm not... No, so we will be doing a bit of a... We will be doing a bit of a kilt session at the wedding.
You know you've got to go like full commando. Sorry.
Who's we?
Also, what is a kilt session? I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? You're part Scottish.
I genuinely actually don't.
What a kilt session means? Do I want
I've never heard a kilt session.
I don't even think I want
So there will be a... By the way, I still actually need to propose, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But there will be a point where us boys, looking at all of you here, will have to wear kilts.
You won't catch
I
me
ain't
in a
putting no
kilt.
damn kilt on, man.
You won't catch me in a kilt.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
Yep.
That's not happening.
Ain't go with me.
That can't be. That could never be.
Boys do realise nothing goes on underneath. Like you go full.
I'm aware of
No
this.
joke. Yeah.
That was the only redeeming thing about it.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons I was gonna do it, but I'm still not doing it. I bet it feels amazing. Just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, breeze.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh yeah, like you've done it already.
I've
tried
actually-
it already?
You tried to kill
No,
them?
I haven't tried it on...
try my dad's.
I've been... That would be real weird, man.
Oh, that would be weird. That's where it's a step too far.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
What do you mean you proposed? man?
Scotland was really good. I enjoyed myself. Yeah,
But Cole, you brought the Cole back with you.
yeah,
Yeah, could you not?
Yeah.
yeah.
Rocky.
I was going to the gym today and I saw it snowing and I was like, what the hell's happening here? Like-
Lovely bit of snow today.
Nah, I'm not a fan of snow at all.
But it's good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
Disagree.
glad to be
Yeah,
back.
I'm not fussed.
This is
Wow. Okay. 1 out of 3. I'll take it. So
You take that.
I'll
Wow.
take that.
That's a
Aiming
bar.
low, man.
That's
Aiming
a
low.
low bar.
It is a very low bar. Yeah. Nah, but I'm glad to be back, boys. How are you guys getting on? Bids?
me all good. I'm just cold, so I got this big jumper on today. Wasn't ready for it. A couple weeks ago I was in Mexico. Now it's snowing. It's 2 degrees. I'm not feeling it.
Time for another holiday, mate.
Absolutely. And we got, because our flights were delayed by 5 hours. We got £520
Yeah, man,
each.
that's nice.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Compensation, £520 each.
We got our money back as well. You know, we were chatting about it. 'Cause, you know,
Oh,
ours
yeah,
to
yeah,
Turkey was delayed, but because it's not as far as the US, we didn't get that much. We
Yeah.
got like three.
Thing is, most
350
people
a piece.
probably wouldn't go through the ag, or they think it's ag to
No,
go.
yeah.
It's not.
As
that
soon as I got off the plane, I was on there,
Yeah,
just
sure.
messaging them. This angry message, making stuff up as well. And
bad. What do you mean?
What do you mean making stuff?
I said, I also bought this. Because you can like expense stuff.
I was getting hassled at the
airport. Yeah, and then,
£500 sitting in the
exactly.
airport for 5 hours.
I'll take it.
He's got to do that as a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to discuss that.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
that
for
needs to be
coming last in
discussed.
fantasy.
Bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Now you're actually back, so you
Yeah.
finished bottom of our fantasy league.
So, well, technically I didn't, but effectively I did.
What had happened were.
Well, technically I didn't actually come last, but I said I'll do it joint with Ailish, but then Ailish was like, I'm not gonna do it if it's stupid. But
Obviously,
Ailish,
she's not
but
gonna do it.
yeah, no, but
I'm not going to do it if it's stupid. I'm not going to do it if I don't enjoy it.
but speaking to Ailish on Sunday, she's like, yeah, she's gonna do it regardless.
Okay.
You know you
As
can't
long
do
as
it,
it's with
but
me.
you know you can't do it together.
Oh really? Well,
Of course, we send you to Turkey.
no, but the thing is, you haven't decided it yet, so it
The
could be
votes
anything.
going round.
Yeah, but we're not.
The thing is, we should have decided at the start of the
Yeah,
season.
you
then
guys.
Rats, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously now they're gonna be like, nah, I'm not doing that.
No, I'll do it.
And his idea
It's
is
up
to
to
like,
Eilish if she
go
wants to
to,
do it.
where is it? Go to Turkey and sit in an airport fight. No one's doing that.
I mean, it sounds hilarious. And I said they got GoPro the whole thing.
No one's doing that.
You get to see you just wandering around the airport, just going into every shop like 4 times.
Yeah,
Be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be a wild
Oh,
experience.
Eilish's response to that was like, "Oh, well, then we can just book a holiday the week after and then stay and go."
No,
mate, it's a
no.
return
It's
flight.
a punishment.
It's a
Yeah.
punishment. It's not supposed to
Yeah.
be just send you to Turkey for a week.
Yeah. So Eilish said she would join in.
Okay.
Technically, I should say that she should do it because she did come last, but
Imagine.
Imagine
You're like, well, you
Yeah.
actually came last. So get to
But-
McDonald's.
but I'll be a good sport and I'll take the punishment as well.
Yeah, we'll
So,
figure it out.
yeah.
We'll decide. We'll decide.
If anything, I'm just punishing myself. I'm so disappointed. I
Yeah.
got 5 and 10.
Bro, I think
Let's talk about bids.
I think mine's worse. So I was first for the first, what,
9-10 weeks.
9-10 weeks. I ended up coming 7th. No, 8th.
Yeah.
It's 8.
8th.
That's
As soon as Jefferson got injured,
That's
it was
funny.
game over for me.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I made so many poor decisions, poor leaving people on the bench,
And you got Gus Edwards off me as well because I
Yeah.
dropped him and then he was unbelievable after that. And,
and then he wasn't.
Well, he still won.
He literally just started taking the ball from him.
Do you know what you should have done? You should have started DeAndre
Coming from
Hopkins.
you. Oh, he's my enemy. I hate that guy.
That's funny. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single time I benched him, he would score.
Should we put the punishments as a poll and
Yeah.
then get people to
Yeah,
vote?
do it.
Alright.
Alright,
I did.
Bet.
Okay.
Do it.
cool. We'll put a few punishment options. Vote
I
on
love how
them.
none of us talk about who won because none of us won. Arrow League.
I came third.
It's
I was
a shout.
close. I was close.
Yeah, I'm still pissed.
McCaffrey's just what did me in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam.
Yeah, he did well. That video he sent was hilarious. That video was excellent. So Sam,
I didn't see the video, man. I muted
Oh,
it.
it was
that last game happened, you're like, nah,
funny.
done.
Yeah.
So Sam, one of Kriski's mates, won our fantasy league, and he did a little video like I absolutely whooped your ass, and then I'm gonna win it next year as well, something like that. Turn round, whole family's there, just 20 of them singing "We Are the Champions." Hilarious.
I genuinely didn't see the
You
video.
thought it was just a
I
video
didn't even
of
see the
him.
video.
Yeah, he did a video and you were like, "Oh, that's funny." He just did a little video of himself saying he's got the win. Turns it like 20 people there just chilling, singing "We
So
Are
the
the
best thing
Champions."
is I caught up with
Hilarious.
him this week and he says he didn't actually like prep them on that. He came down from downstairs, came from upstairs and he was like, guys, just bear with me, I've got to do a quick video. So he did the video and they've obviously clocked what's going on and they've all just done that on,
No way.
Oh, that's grateful.
yeah,
That was good.
big
That's
up the
very
Jarvis.
That's the
household.
biggest table I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
They were all sat around that comfortably. I was like, we struggle with 4 in here.
It's
And
good
then-
to me.
Wow.
That is accurate. We're
Yeah.
struggling with 5. Yeah, so we'll put a poll out and we'll vote on that. But it has motivated me to make sure that I win
Yeah.
next year.
Mm.
I was fairly pleased with third, but
I mean, most of our first times playing, I think we did alright. But
Apart
yeah,
from me.
we'll see.
I knew Tyreek was
Yeah,
going to
apart
ball
from
out.
me.
Huh?
Yeah.
I knew Tyreek was going to ball out.
I don't know. I think I'll make much better picks next year now that I know the majority of the league. But it's just some of the rookies are going to change the game as well.
They
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Waivers are always how,
Yeah.
you know, it's actually often not the end of the world. Like, so Alex started quite poorly. If he'd been better with his waiver wires, like waiver wire usage, he could have pulled ahead. Because a lot of players were driving. A lot of like waiver wire players were driving the results.
Yeah.
And loads of like Gus Edwards, like no one picked up.
Puka Nakua
Puka
for the
Nacua.
first couple of weeks.
Kyron Williams,
Yeah.
Tank Dell, Nico
Tank
Collins.
Dell,
Yeah.
Nico Collins, like loads of these players weren't really picked up, and then they quickly get picked up in the first few weeks. So it's the waiver wire that does it.
All right.
But
We'll
obviously,
see
having
next year.
CMC basically just gets you to the final. Do you see the stat that was
51%.
51%? So 51% of the people in the final had Christian McCaffrey because he was just doing stupid stuff.
Let's take.
So it is what it is.
But you said we should do a fantasy for us four for the last few weeks for
Oh, yeah,
Wildcard
there's
and the rest.
Yeah, there's a fantasy playoff thing, so we might do that. We might chat about that a little bit. Might put that
Only if I win.
You're not going to. All right, cool. Shall we jump straight into it? So, week 18, last week before we move into the playoffs, couple of quick updates, and then we'll just get chatting into the playoff stuff. So, very quick on the college football side of things. So, like I said last week, it was the semi-finals before the national championship game. So the national championship game is actually tonight. So I don't have any update on it, but I think it's going to be a banger between Washington and Michigan. So I'm definitely going to watch that, and then we'll chat about it next week, so you can hear how it went if you don't watch it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be on some of the main channels. So
just a quick,
check that out.
Quick prediction to hold you to. Who wins?
Michigan.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, I think Michael Penix will probably throw the ball around a fair amount, but I don't think he's got enough to beat that Michigan rush offense. Sorry.
Nice.
Like Blake Corum is going to get 3 touchdowns in that game. He's their running back. He's going to run all over him.
We'll see.
I believe it. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Games from week 18. Who are we going with first? Dami?
Yeah, so for me, it was the Giants finally beating the Eagles for the first time since 2021. The Eagles, the game meant nothing to the Giants. I think our draft, where we were in the draft order, was pretty much set in stone before the game. But the Eagles needed that game for to get the division title in the NFC East, and we destroyed them.
Yeah, cooked them.
Yeah,
Saquon was cooking.
Yeah, we destroyed them. Saquon was cooking. Tyrod Taylor was cooking. I think Tyrod Taylor got injured.
He did.
Went out. Danny DeVito went in, got injured. Tyrod Taylor came back and still cooked him. So it was just nice to see the Giants putting up a good performance against a relatively good team. I mean, I know the Eagles are in a real state of trouble at the moment, but
that's a terrible 2 weeks losing against 2 trash teams.
Well, they've had a bad 2 months.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, it was like the first team to go to start 10-1 and then lose 5 games. They just lost another one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, finished under 12 wins. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's insane.
With 11 wins after being 10-1. That's busted. That's busted beyond belief. Yeah, man, it's a good game. Bids, what'd you like?
Dolphins Bills.
Yeah, banger.
Yeah, so it was a big game for the AFC East and the playoff picture. And it meant that the Bills jumped the Dolphins to claim the division and to claim the second seed.
Called it last week, didn't I?
But for weeks we were talking about how our bold take was that the
last
Bills.
Week.
Yeah.
Me and you've been so vocal going, Bills aren't making the playoffs.
Yeah. Hey, all right. But it's called bold take. And that was like 2 months ago. Last week you said who's going to win the game. You man said the Dolphins are going to win. I said Bills are going to win. Bills win.
Yeah. Watching them just pull it back over these last few weeks, I've just been sat there going, they're actually going to make the playoffs, aren't they?
Yeah,
they've actually gone one better.
It's peak, but
they were 6-6.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How?
And this is the thing, man. My takes, I like Nick Wright's. Dead wrong.
Here we go.
Or immediately right, or eventually right. This one,
That's a bold take.
This one, I got dead wrong immediately, but then got dead right immediately last week. So, it is what it is. You take the wins where you can.
Bids, how did they actually win that game? Because the last time I checked, they were down 7.
It was all because of that 95-yard punt return from Deontay Hardy, which should not have happened. Like you should, was it? Oh,
no punt returns for touchdown should happen.
What's the head coach's name again? Is Mike McDaniels?
Yeah.
His face. They panned straight to his face after. Yes, he couldn't believe his eyes. Gaps for days.
Special teams coordinator getting roasted.
Yeah. Gaps for days. 95-yard punt return was crazy, and it just changed the rest of the game. Yeah, but I should mention that obviously we've been calling. Josh Allen captain's deception for the last however many weeks. Obviously, he's at it again this week, throwing 2 disgusting red zone picks.
Obviously, if I'd done the Ben's Bankers, which I didn't do this week, the first thing on there would have been him to throw a pick. The second one would have been Chris Jones to get a sack.
Yeah.
So the first one would have been him to throw a pick in that game. It was bound to happen. He can't help himself.
Yeah, Chris Jones went.
I'll get on to Chris Jones.
Prime time, you say?
I'll get on to Chris Jones in a second. But Tua decided to match him and also throw 2 gross interceptions.
Yeah. They each threw 1 deception, which kind of didn't matter.
Yeah.
But because it was just effectively equivalent to a punt. But
we need to have a conversation about Tua, you know.
Yeah?
Okay.
I'm not feeling him.
Okay.
What brings you to that conclusion?
I'm not feeling him. Like, so
At the start of the season, you wouldn't have been saying this though when he was throwing bombs.
Yeah,
he was
and they were knocking Broncos 75 points. Yeah,
we weren't saying that.
I mean, if you beat a team that by that many points, it's not because you're that good. It's because they were that bad.
It could be both.
Nah, you don't beat a team with 10-0 and go, oh, the team that won 10-0, they're amazing.
Point well made.
Like
Tyreek's amazing.
Tyreek's amazing. Waddle's very good.
Yeah.
Achan, Mostert, Cedric Wilson, they're good.
Achan, man.
They're good. But all you needed Tua. This was like, so the thing is, I compare him to Brock Purdy, right? I think Brock Purdy's slightly better than him. Like looking at it now, because
not expecting that.
Not at all.
Because when Tyreek's not wide open, or Achan's not running through 17 players,
Love to hear it.
what is Tua doing? Like what is he doing? He can't run.
He's throwing to River Craycraft, man. I knew that would send all of you.
You just plugged into what?
What's his name?
River Craycraft.
Yeah.
Is that a player?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know River?
I don't know River.
Oh, get to know, man.
Yeah, but like,
You
so
don't need
if he's not able to throw to like open receivers or receivers who are making great plays,
Darm Smythe.
wow, you're just naming random players.
You were
now.
just making names up now.
Yeah.
Or-
King Large.
King Large, you know. That guy's going to be a player.
He better be.
Oh, man.
or like they haven't got really inventive play calls that mean that that they're like shifting defenses and then running through the open gaps. Tua is just throwing picks or just not able to achieve anything in their offense, and it's like, and in my head it's like, I think what gets to me is how they lost to the Titans after they were up at 14 with like 5 minutes left. I think that got to me, and ever since I've just looked at Tua, they haven't beaten a good team this year apart from the Cowboys, and that wasn't a great game.
It's a little bit reductive. I hear what you're saying. But
Don't get me wrong, it's very reactionary of yesterday, but I'm like, you can't lose that game, especially when the 2 seed is on the line and you're at home.
Yeah.
Thing
You
is,
can't lose that game.
I know you're trying to trigger me with this Brock Purdy. You left that little Brock Purdy just dangler right there for me to just attack. I'm not doing it. I'm not biting on it this time. I bit last week. I'm not doing it this week. I disagree with you, and we'll move on.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Before
dumbass.
we move on to Kriski's game of the week, you mentioned Chris Jones and his and the sack.
Yeah, man.
I find it so strange how the commentators talk about incentives clauses and how the coaches actually play up to it.
Yeah.
So Chris Jones was on 9.5 sacks and he needed 10 sacks to get $1 million, and that's probably
hard, I think it was.
yeah.
Nah, no. Flat.
And that was probably because he held out at the start of the season and wanted to make his money back from holding out.
Absolutely.
And they played him in a game where he didn't need to play.
Yeah.
And he got the sack, but then surely the organisation loses 10 million. No, sorry, 1 million. So, like, why would they play up to it like that? I don't really get that. Even and records as well. Like, obviously Puka went for his records and he got the rookie receiving yards and receptions in the same game, and immediately Sean Vane was like, get him out, get him out now. But I don't get why they play up to it when there is a chance of them getting injured and damaging their chances in the playoffs.
It means more to the player than it does for the organisation. DeAndre Hopkins got a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
He needed
There was loads of players.
Yeah,
There was one Darius Slayton.
Yeah, Darius.
Yeah, he got his.
He just needed to
43
be
yards.
active.
Yeah.
He just needed to be active, I thought.
Nah, he needed 43 yards
Oh,
or
did he?
something like that.
So this is, I said it in the last episode. That's what my banker would have been if I put one together.
Yeah.
Would have been a whole bunch of incentive-based ones.
Yeah, I tried to do that, and I
Pretty much all of the ones that were like attainable came in.
Yeah.
Like Devin Singletary getting 180 yards or 165 yards. That wasn't happening. But some of the ones that were like,
especially on the defense as well, like that one they just needed a couple of sacks or something.
sack hero.
And they
Jadavian
celebrate
Clowney.
for that stuff.
Yeah.
Clowney.
So funny.
Yeah, he got a
they're
sack,
going absolutely nuts on the
Yeah,
field.
yeah.
Like they're just
It's
just when
funny.
they get there, like I've just earned 500k.
Yeah,
It's
Clowney sack. Like, I think it means more to the player than it does the organisation. So those incentives, players work towards them all season. Imagine you get benched in your last game.
You're kicking.
You'd be pissed.
Yeah, but your reasoning would be that I don't want you to get injured because I need you.
Yeah, absolutely. But they don't necessarily get an incentive for winning playoff games. So as a player, you want to meet the target that you set at the start of the year for your contract.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Love's was purely playoffs related. His incentive was get into the playoffs and you'll get an extra 500 bags for every playoff win you get.
Yeah.
So for him,
wait. So he doesn't get anything for getting.
No,
in?
he
gets 500 bags for getting into the playoffs.
Okay.
And now he gets another 500 every time he wins a playoff game.
Okay.
So for him, I'm playing and we're playing to win games.
I think Baker got a big incentive.
Baker got a nice incentive.
Yeah, he basically doubled his guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I said, it means more to the player than it does to the organisation. Now, I understand from an injury perspective, but if you're a player, you're going to be like, you better play me. The only person who didn't get away with it was Odell Beckham. He got benched.
Yeah.
Didn't get the chance to play for his incentives.
Yeah, but he's injury. He's the most injury-prone player in the league. So
Yeah, five catches he needed
Yeah.
for 250 grand. 2 touchdowns he needed, I think, for another 250 grand. So for him, I think he would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But he's an experienced player, so he maybe could have got to run for Puka Nakua to get a rookie record.
Nuts.
He would have lost his mind. You've got to play him.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get why you played him. Like, it's a risk-reward type
He
thing,
said,
right?
get him off.
Yeah. It's a risk-reward type deal, right? Like, what's it worth for the player's motivation going into the game versus the risk of injury? And I think most of the coaches just go with, get them their incentive. Like, particularly if you're a defensive end, like Chris Jones, like, the chance of you getting injured, like, yes, of course, an extra game, but you just tell him just go and attack the quarterback, don't do anything else. Chances of injury are not significant. They're obviously not none, but as long as he's careful about it, and I mean he went ham, but
He got hands on him a couple of times.
Oh, he gripped him up, he wanted it. Jadavian Clowney gripped him up as well. He went for him.
Yeah, man, Easton Dick was scared.
He
put paws on him every time. Every chance.
Isn't it interesting though, like the cultural difference? Like, can you imagine, like in the Premier League, if someone like had to get 20 assists?
But the thing is, we don't know about those clauses.
Yeah, no, but the
So
thing is,
they might do it.
there probably is, but like,
there are.
But,
No, they definitely are in the
but
Like a goal incentive.
Yeah, but you don't see a player running up to his teammates and they're going, "Oh yes, mate, you've just got your 20th assist.
Yeah.
Well done."
But like, everyone,
Would you not love it?
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
What
but-
great cinema that would be.
It's cultural differences, right?
Be cinema.
They won't react well to that.
Yeah, that's the thing. English fans wouldn't react well to that.
Nah.
But
I'd
American
love it, man.
fans
That
love
would
it.
be cinema. I would live for that.
In football contracts.
Son just going for shots. Like he's got 18 shots in a game because he's trying to get one extra goal.
Nah.
Like,
But in football, there's game by game incentive as well. So like you can get clean sheet bonuses, you can get goal bonuses, assist bonuses.
Yeah.
You can get unused substitute bonuses.
that's wild.
Wow.
That's wild to me.
Literally from not coming on, you might get more money than coming on.
Is that what everyone just says now? I'm not going
We're going off topic here. But
Sorry about
you heard
that.
the one. No. But I wanted to add to that with another funny story. You heard Harry Redknapp's story
Go on.
where he signed a striker. And the striker asked for a goal bonus, and he was like, "Why do you think I'm paying you 50 bags a week to bank goals, man? You're not giving you a
I feel
bonus."
like it was Yakubu or someone.
Someone like that, yeah.
He
He
was
was like, "What? What do you think I'm paying you 50 grand for? Like to chill out,
And when,
score
when
goals?"
someone
man.
like Redknapp says, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, good point."
I think it's hilarious. I love that story, man. All right, cool.
Kriski, what about you?
Yeah, what are you thinking for
I think we just need to highlight quite short and sweet, but Jags, absolute
Shocker.
jobs.
Your boy Trevor, yeah?
Yeah.
Genuinely, I think
Trevor's
Trevor's entering a dangerous blood. This
I said it. We need to talk about. You said we need to talk about it too. We need to talk about Trevor.
We do need to talk about Trevor.
We need to talk about Trevor.
He's injured, man.
All season. He's
Yeah.
not been.
Yeah, he's been injured.
A
most
lot
the
of
season.
players are playing injured.
Yeah.
They look trash.
Yeah.
They look
Burrow
trash.
did.
Yeah, look.
Joe Burrow literally did.
We need to talk about Burrow. Nah. Not quite yet.
No.
But we need to talk about Lawrence. Like,
Yeah, Lawrence. It didn't at any point in yesterday's game think that they were going to win that.
Oh, come on, he was that far away
yeah,
from
but he
getting that
overthrew it
touchdown.
again. He overthrew it again.
Overthrew it.
He just
No.
overthrew
I
it.
mean, when he reached
Oh.
for
He tried
the
the Superman.
Oh,
Yeah, but he didn't.
and he just
He's trying to be.
he tried too hard for that.
He
That
tried
was-
way too
He was
much.
never reaching that.
No.
He did not have the arms for that.
Did he lose the ball as well?
Yeah, what? Oh yeah,
no.
he has a turnover problem.
Yeah.
No. Not, maybe not at that point.
Didn't he? Okay.
No. He wrapped it up. And,
Okay.
Yeah,
No, but he definitely has a turnover problem.
Yeah.
He
But yeah,
throws that
where
ball,
does
man.
that leave the Jags then? Because obviously, yeah, they start the season bad, then they win on that winning streak 5, and they should have had that division locked up, and they collapsed.
Weren't they 8-3 at one point?
Yeah, I think so. I think them not making the playoffs is actually good for them because he's injured. He needs to not play. He needs to rest, and then they rebuild and go again next year. I think they'll be fine as long as he's healthy.
So if Trevor doesn't have a good season next season, does that put him in a very dangerous conversation of being the likes of like Mariota and?
I don't. He's not quite.
He's still a starter.
No.
He's definitely a starter.
I mean, Mariota was a starter until last year.
Yeah.
You saw him in that Philly game.
Yeah, it's awful.
Garbage.
Oh. His first pro, he threw a disgusting pick.
Yeah.
Like, he got scared. Whoop!
Immediately. Told you everything you needed to know about him. He's a starter in the league. He's just injured. Like, he's had some good years. Like, he's had some really
5 of the last
good
6
games.
seasons, they haven't made the playoffs.
He's had some really... Why are you throwing numbers at me?
Oh no, but this
Five
is
of the six-
your facts,
5
man.
of the
This
last
is-
6 seasons,
this is
he hasn't
very
made the
true.
playoffs.
Quit with your facts, man.
And also, well, another stat for you. So, he is joint with Bryce Young for the most losses in their first season as by a QB selected number 1 overall.
Wow.
14
Yeah,
losses.
That Jags team was bad.
14. Yeah, but that means they were as bad as the Panthers were this season. 14 losses.
Okay. I still think he's a good quarterback. I think he'll be fine. I think he just needs to get healthy, and then I think they'll be fine. I think his next contract will be interesting. I think how they play that will be interesting. So I don't know what his current contract situation is, but I think that'll be interesting.
Because he's had his first big
Yeah,
contract.
he's had his first big contract, I think. Right? He must have done.
No clue.
Wait, wasn't he drafted in 2021?
Maybe he hasn't had it yet.
So I don't think he's had it
League,
yet.
isn't it? So
No.
he's probably entering his last.
Yeah. What?
I think they'll
But
play it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah. What I'll say about the Jags, right?
I'm gonna
It's
check.
not all on Trevor.
No.
That defense was bad.
Mm.
It was
And
bad
as
yesterday.
in couldn't get going.
Yeah. They let Ty J Spears and Derrick Henry run all over
Through
them.
them.
Oh yeah, he's
All
still on
over
his.
them, man.
He's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
And he will be next year as well.
Yeah.
So
then
yeah.
there'll be about 5th year option, and I think they'll pay him. They'll pay him.
If he doesn't have a shocking season next year as well, then what?
I think he'll still pay him.
That should be a
Good
playoff
quarterback.
team.
It should be. It should. It should
Look
be.
at some of the teams we've got
I'm
in,
not sure about that defense.
But also, like next year, Anthony Richardson will be back.
and CJ Stroud will go. up
CJ
another
Stroud,
level.
Tank Dell will be fit.
Yeah.
Noah Brown will
That
be
division
fit.
suddenly gets.
You assume CJ Stroud goes up another level.
If he stays at the same level, then
I reckon
they'll be
Yeah, if he
fine.
stays at the same level.
Same-
If he stays at the same level, that would be really impressive.
Yeah.
So coming in as a rookie quarterback and doing really well in your first year is not uncommon. Keeping it going straight away into year 2 is, because you get like that rookie, like they don't have as much film on you, they don't have as much time to prepare. Like going into the off season, they now have 6 months to look at all the film. So
Yeah.
all of his divisional opponents, or when the schedule comes out, everyone who's got CJ Stroud goes and looks at all the film for the whole year. They have time to prepare. They look ahead. They prepare for him. It'll be really interesting if he maintains even the same standards next year. If he does, he's going to be unbelievable.
So Burrow, when he first came, his first season, unbelievable first season.
Yeah.
Who else like that as the first QB or the QB of that draft had an unbelievable season?
Don't know.
I don't know. I know Matt Jones made the Pro Bowl in his first year,
Mm.
and
Does anyone
that's
think Matt Jones is a
Jones.
baller?
Matt Jones. Who's for?
Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah.
He made the Pro Bowl in
That's
his
what I'm
first
saying.
year. Yeah.
People have that rookie first year, and the hard thing is keeping it going into years 2 and 3 because people get film on you.
Yeah.
The interesting thing for me though is Jalen Hurts. I think that's a really interesting one. Is he sort of reverted back to the mean a little bit? So he had a really good year last year. Year before that, really mid. Year before that, really mid. Rest of this year, really mid. He's had in total like 16 good games over 3 years.
Yeah.
Coaching matters, man.
It's really interesting. So I think if he has a bad year next year, what does that look like for him?
Yeah.
So I think that's an interesting one as well. Anyway, we'll jump onto next week because I think there's some cool stuff coming up. So bids, who got injured Jalen Hurts got injured. His
yeah.
whole finger got busted up.
I'll start with the Eagles.
Yeah.
That finger dislocation looked a bit gross. He came off. Yeah, it was pointing all kinds of.
Supposed to be like 2 bits. It looked like he had 76 in there. Like, it didn't look right at all.
Yeah, it looked busted. But he came off for a while. Mariota came in, as we said, for a pick. That game was over anyway. They were already 24-0 down at the time. But he came back in. He got it strapped up and came back in. He was fine. And I think he's had a scan and there's no fracture, so he should be fine. AJ Brown went off with a knee injury and didn't return. That was relatively early on. The coach was saying that it's not too serious, but I don't know.
Unclear.
Yeah, unclear. I know that was early on though, so that could have changed the game if he was still playing. So
potentially,
yeah.
One to watch them.
Yeah. Sidney Brown, Eagles safety, has potentially tore his ACL. Which is speak for them after last week where he got that 99-yard pick six.
That's right.
But this would be ACL number 38. The numbers keep jumping up midweek. I will not mention them because people get injured and then they find out like a week or two later. Sometimes it's they get a quick scan. We're on number 38 at the moment.
That's not as bad as we thought it was going
Not
to
as
be.
bad at all.
We thought it was going to be in the 50s by now.
Yeah, we'll
Or
see what happens in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, I mean playoffs, but there's a lot less teams playing, so the numbers in theory slow down the playoffs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Lions, Laporta went off with a knee injury, which could be huge. Huge. Again, it's another one where it's apparently not as bad as it looks. It looked like he hyperextended it, and it looks like it's a ligament damage. First looks, but there's thoughts it could be just a bone bruise, which again is what Travis Kelce did at the start of the season, and that you can't really play off it. And I think it's huge for them because Laporta is joint top touchdown scorer with Amon St. Brown for them this season with 10 touchdowns, and he's second in receiving yards, 889. So that's a huge loss for them.
Just quickly, what was Dan Campbell doing? Like realistically, they weren't going to get any further on because unless the Cowboys and the Eagles both lost. So why is he playing on his starters?
I think he was raging about how the Cowboys game went and wanted to destroy the Vikings.
I just think he doesn't like losing. He wants to win every game.
Yeah, I think he really wanted to destroy the Vikings.
Your first playoff game in how long?
Yeah.
And you're running the risk of losing, and now it's actually potentially has lost one of your key players.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy.
Like such a bold move.
Just wants to win.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy to like make everything into a competition.
Yeah,
everything
is the Super Bowl for them. Like everything.
Which I get building that culture is great, but not when you finally divisional champion. You finally got a playoff game. It's
a good game though.
It was a good
great game to watch. I enjoyed it. But
just last one for Lions. Khalif Raymond went off with a knee injury and did return as well, which could again be impactful. Next couple, Steelers. TJ Watt is huge loss to the Steelers. It's likely to be, or it's thought to be an MCL injury, which rules him out for the rest of the season. I mean, they've only got one game left because they're losing the playoffs.
Without TJ Watt,
and especially
against the Bills.
There's no point watching that game.
Like Highsmith's been causing problems on the right side, but without TJ Watt back, like hitting the big runs on the left, Highsmith wasn't really getting much pressure without him.
Yeah.
He's like the second guy in causing problems, but without TJ Watt's problem. Yeah.
And for the Bills, Ty Johnson, the running back, with a concussion. Unknown if he'll be back for the. Well, it's usually once 2 weeks. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think they're. I mean, it's a bit of a loss, but he's their third choice running
exactly.
back. They brought up Leonard Fournette, and he was fine.
And Packers, Romeo Doubs or
Romeo Doubs
went up with a chest injury and didn't return as well, but it's uncertain to how severe that is. We saw Justin Jefferson go off with like a chest injury and it was his ribs and he was out for a couple of weeks as well, so depends.
He's a big red zone target as Romeo Doubs, so but Bo Melton has stepped up.
Yeah.
Bo Melton's been that cat, man.
Yeah, that's the quick run through. You
said Stephon Gilmore as well.
Yeah, Stephon Gilmore for the Cowboys as well. The shoulder injury didn't return either.
He might be back.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. All right, cool. Let's take a quick break to pay some bills. The fantasy season may be over, but fantasy game day rolls on. Fantasy game day, way to play fantasy, American football, NFL, but to win a little bit of money on the side. Deposit £7.50, use the code MMQBU, submit a team, submit a lineup, and you'll get a free £7.50 to play with. We've done it most weeks.
Yeah.
Some of us have made a little bit of money. Obviously, we're in the playoffs, like I say, so it's a slightly different week coming up, but lots of opportunity to make some money. What are we thinking, boys?
We're going to go Stefan Diggs, I think, this week.
Captain Stefan Diggs, yeah?
Captain Stefan Diggs. I think, he's had a couple of big weeks. Playoffs, Steelers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I am going to go for Puka Nakua.
Interesting.
That's a
Lions.
bold
Rookie.
one. Okay.
I think that it's going to be a shootout. I reckon Stafford is going to have over 30 passing attempts, and I think that Lions defense can get got. I think Cup hasn't had the best of seasons, and I think Nakua is probably his go-to
Wide receiver one.
At the moment, not in the grand scheme of things, but at the moment he is. Yeah, I think Nakua's going to have a big game.
Fair enough. I like Mike Evans.
Mm.
We were talking about that Eagles secondary getting
Yeah.
cooked. Bake Show's gonna sling it. He's gonna slinging it, and Mike Evans relishes these opportunities. He wants it.
Yeah, he does
2
want it.
touchdowns, 100 yards, 20+ points. I'm
Yeah?
feeling it. Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm feeling it.
Mine's obvious, and it's CD Lamb.
Classic.
Wide receiver one of the fantasy season.
Yeah.
It's just it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
He's
it's
been
gotta be.
balling out, getting 30-40 points a week.
Yeah, there's no way he
Balling,
doesn't
yeah.
score this week.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Easy.
Yeah, someone's captained him every week, and
Yeah.
it's always killed me whenever I
Yeah.
haven't. So, yeah, he's a safe option. Cool. So, download the Fantasy Game Day app now. Use code MMQBU when you sign up. Deposit that $7.50. Submit a lineup, and you'll get that free £7.50. Now back to the episode. So now we'll jump into the upcoming games. So, like we said, we're going straight into the playoffs. So, Dami, talk to us. Who's in the playoffs? What's the situation right now? Who's playing who?
Okay, so the playoff pictures, the seeding was finalised last night. So we have the Ravens with the 1 seed, so they get the bye in the AFC. And then we have the Bills, who overtook the Dolphins to win the AFC East, and they will have the 2 seed. And they'll come up against the Steelers, likely without TJ Watt. So I'm not looking forward to that. If you're a Steeler,
Yeah, Steelers are looking forward to it.
yeah. The Chiefs at 3 will be taking on the Dolphins. So
That's interesting.
so that is a rematch of the game in Germany, where the Chiefs won, partly down to a fumble return from Tyreek Hill. So that should be a really good game at Arrowhead. And then lastly, the Texans, who won the AFC South, they'll be taking on Joe Flacco and the Browns, which should be a really good game.
Yeah, I like
which
that.
should
Joe
be a really good
Flacco
game.
and the
I
Browns.
like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and then moving on to the NFC, so Brock Purdy and the 49ers, number 1 seed, so they get the bye. And then we have Dallas Cowboys, who overtook the Eagles in the final couple of weeks of the season, to take the NFC East. They'll be playing Ben's Green Bay Packers, who made it in on the final day. Well done.
Absolutely.
Well done to the Packers for
Yes,
making it.
sir. We
Yeah,
thought they were going to be a
Jordan loves balling
4 or
out,
5
Yeah,
team.
Jordan
you know?
loves
All of
Jordan loves
us.
balling.
Yeah.
That's the only team of our teams representing the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the worst record to get into the playoffs, so we'll try
Yeah,
it. So.
didn't need it.
Yeah.
Didn't need it.
Yeah, we have the Detroit Lions playing the Rams, so I like to call it the Stafford Bowl or the Goff Bowl.
You're
So-
the only one.
Yeah, so
Probably shouldn't say that.
so
Should have said the Gofford Bowl. But that's on you, man.
I think that's going to be an incredible game. I'm not gonna lie, I like the Rams in this game. I like the Rams.
I do too, actually. You know,
Yeah.
we've put our predictions down on paper now
Yeah,
already.
we-
However, I've
So we're
forgotten
locked.
what I predicted. So I'm not gonna say it. I've got it down. I've got to
Well,
say
we're
it.
all locked in, but I had
Yeah.
the Rams.
Yeah.
I put the
Yeah,
Rams
I'm
for
not
that.
sure.
And then the 4th seed is the Buccaneers, who won the NFC South, and they'll be playing the sorry Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry, sorry,
11-6.
Let's go, Bake
Eagles.
Show.
Yeah, man. I think Bake Show, Mike Evans, yeah, Godwin. They're gonna cook that secondary.
Imagine he wins that game. His
Yeah.
contract is going to be fat. He's on a 1-year, $4 million deal. He's going
Yeah.
to get 25 plus.
Yeah.
He's going to get a fat contract next year.
And I'll be happy for him because he's turned his
Absolutely.
career around, because it looked like it was falling
I'm
down,
a
especially
big
when he was at
Baker fan.
Carolina.
Yeah, I'm a big Baker fan.
Yeah, so I like his moxie.
Alright,
It's
cool.
Moxie.
It's Moxie, you know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Are we gonna do our
Old-timey.
predictions now, or
No, we'll post them up. We'll post them up. Or do you want? Yeah, we'll just post them up.
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
We'll do what games we're liking. I'm feeling the Packers Cowboys. You know,
Well, I'd be surprised if you were, mate. You surely got to pick your own team.
let's go Pack. You know, watch Jordan Love cook 'em.
Seriously?
So no, guys, can we? Do you remember on the episode? It was like an episode maybe 2 months ago. I was like, I literally said to Ben, "Do you not believe in Jordan Love?" And he said, "Does Jordan Love believe in Jordan Love?"
He does now.
It wasn't even a question. It was Jordan Love doesn't believe in Jordan Love.
He did, and now he does. He saw the 500 bags when he just get into the playoffs, and he was like,
clip saved.
"Wait, you're going to give me 500 grand to get in the playoffs? No worries, I can do that easy."
Nah, man.
And he's done the business
I
now.
like that
Ben,
Packers
big.
offense, man. They've got young weapons all over.
They are actually the youngest team ever
Yeah.
to make the playoffs.
It's because they're a talented bunch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Talented bunch. You change your tune.
That's
So
what we
Good call, fan.
That's what we call an immediately wrong take.
Really are living up to this Nick Wright.
Immediately wrong. Like the
Oh.
next week they won as well after I said that as well. So haven't stopped winning since. So
Jeez.
Yeah, man. They look
I like
good.
Bo Melton. You know, he had a big contested catch in that game.
Mm.
No, I like him against the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys probably still win because they're at home. But
Yeah.
I think if that was in Green Bay, I think Green Bay could take it. But with CeeDee Lamb cooking,
Yeah.
cooking,
Cow-
Ended up wide receiver one.
chefing it up, man.
Ended up wide receiver one overall.
Yeah, he
that's
did.
impressive.
He did.
Yeah.
It took over
Cowboys are
Tyreek
good at
Hill
home,
because
man.
Tyreek Hill didn't have a big game the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like he was nuts the back half of the season.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, crazy. So if they get CeeDee Lamb going, I think the Packers have got a problem. But if the Packers can somehow stop CeeDee Lamb, keep him under 100 yards, I think the Packers are in with a shout because Bo Melton's causing problems.
Yeah.
Christian Watson should be back.
That'd be
And
huge.
yeah,
Jane
Kraft.
Reed.
Yeah, Jane Reed. Like
Yeah, Kraft has come out of
Kraft,
nowhere. Like,
yeah.
So many rookie tight ends this year.
it's just a
Man.
sea of rookie and inexperienced
Yeah.
players he's just dishing the ball to. So I like it, and I think it's going to be a really good game. I don't think the Cowboys blow them out. I think the Packers will hang with them, but you never know with the Cowboys at home. They can just sometimes just a couple of turnovers, and then it just becomes a major problem.
Yeah.
But I don't think Pollard does much against the Packers. I don't
Runs
see
into a
it.
brick wall every time.
I think so. But cool. Dami, what do you like? Who do you like?
So I like Rams at Detroit. Homecoming for Stafford after he spent 12 seasons there.
Yeah, no.
After being drafted from your Georgia Bulldogs, Kriski. He holds 34 franchise records for the Detroit Lions.
How old is he?
He's in his
30s.
30s.
Yeah,
He's in his 30s, yeah.
33, 34.
Yeah, and he was their quarterback the last time they reached the playoffs in 2016. So like it's going to be huge for him. And then on the other side, you have Goff, who got traded to the Lions from the Rams because they didn't think he was the quarterback that could lead them to the Super Bowl.
He's 35.
Yeah, and then what happened? Literally the next year, after they traded him, they won the Super Bowl. so it's probably Goff has got to go there and prove a point as well that he's developed and he's become a much better quarterback since he's left him. So yeah, plus both teams are top 8 in offense for points per game. So I think it's going to be a shootout. I'd love to see it. You've got weapons all over the shop.
Yeah.
I really like the Rams wide receivers. You got Atwell, Robinson, Nakua, and Cup. So yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing game.
Jokes how you say Cup last there.
No. But
Wow.
save the best to last.
Nah,
now.
I'm not even sure.
This season.
Yeah, this
You
season.
go Puka,
Yeah.
Cup, Atwell.
We said it last
Kyron
week.
Williams.
I just think
Wow, I forgot about that.
I think the Rams' experience plays the difference here.
Yeah.
That's why I picked the Rams. I think Detroit not making their first playoff game for years.
They might just get a bit overexcited, sort of thing.
I think so. I think Dan Campbell's first playoff experience as well. I think experience can really come into it in the playoffs. And the Rams have looked pretty solid the second half of the season.
Whereas the Lions have probably been a bit hit and miss. Some weeks
Yeah.
are great, other weeks are
last
bad.
few weeks.
And also the Vikings were just launching balls over. Like Justin Jefferson was having a field day against them. Like they may have lost, but like if you throw downfield to Cup or to Puka Nakuna in open field,
Atwell.
Rams got deep threats, man.
Yeah.
Rams got
Atwell
deep
will
threats.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a really good game. I think
Yeah.
that's definitely one to watch. So 100%. Cool. It's what do you like?
Texans and Browns. I just like the underdog story. No one expected the Texans to be in there with a rookie QB, rookie in CJ Stroud, a rookie lead defensive player I'll go with in Will Anderson Jr. and a rookie head coach in D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah,
like
he was proper emotional.
No one expected it, and they ended up winning the division. Granted, the division wasn't great, but they won it. Like you beat what's in front of you. Against 117-year-old Joe Flacco, who was just chilling on the sofa for most of the season. He's getting old. He's getting older by like 5 years a week.
He's there falling asleep on the bench.
You're in, Joe.
Sorry. The thing is, I said it last week. He's younger than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, don't worry about that. They're different. They're different.
Apparently,
they're different.
Both won a Super Bowl.
But yeah, so CJ Stroud's had an amazing rookie season, and again, another stat for you. He's one of only 3 quarterbacks to lead the NFL in passing yards per game and passing touchdowns to interception ratio in a single season in his rookie season. And you know who the other 2 are?
No.
Joe Montana in 1998 and Tom Brady in 2007.
I was going to say it's got to be Tom Brady.
That's elite company now.
That's very elite company.
It's not bad.
Wow.
It's impressive.
Very impressive.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting game, and I think in my predictions, I had the Texans beating the Browns. Just.
I think it's a really tough one to call.
Yeah.
Home field advantage.
Yeah, exciting game that.
I think it literally depends on if Flacco
throws for another 300.
Yeah, if that whole honeymoon phase falls flat,
I mean,
and he turns into a pumpkin.
Throwing for 300 yards.
Yeah, but the thing is, I expect CJ Stroud to stay the same, to stay consistent. Yeah. I'm not expecting Joe Flacco to keep throwing for 300 yards. He leads the league.
Gonna snap off.
he leads the league in passing yards per game since he came back.
Because he can't move. He is immobile.
But Amari Cooper's not going to go for 260 every week.
Amari Cooper's questionable as well.
Or David Njoku's not going to go for
If Amari Cooper doesn't play,
that's a problem.
Yeah. He was out for this week.
Yeah.
Week 18. If he doesn't play next week, problem.
That's a real problem. Yeah.
I mean, David Njoku's not. It's no scrub.
He's been on fire.
Yeah, but
no scrub.
Yeah, but
that's a problem.
You need all your weapons.
Do you know what someone said on Twitter? And he actually replied to it with laughing faces. He's like, "Do you know you've been on fire since you were on fire?" And
huh?
Yeah, you know. And he actually replied to it going, "Fair play."
What?
Well, that's the story. Yeah.
So basically, he had a house accident where he basically caught on fire and some of his face got burned off. And apparently, literally, as soon as he came back from that, someone tweeted that at him, and he kind of played along with it. I was like,
"How do you play along to that? I'll turn up at your house."
Yeah, but he's been balling. He's been balling out since he came back from that injury. He's been balling out. So
that's true. That's true. All right, cool. Kriski, what'd you like?
I was gonna just touch on the Bucks Eagles, but we've mentioned that. I do think my boy Baker comes through and surprises a few.
The Bake Show.
I do think so, but I'm gonna go for the Dolphins at the Chiefs. That is
rematch.
Do the Dolphins? Yeah. Do the Dolphins turn up? Mahomes, does he actually finally figure out how to win with that team? I don't know. It's
11 wins ain't bad.
I can't call that game.
I can call it. If they don't turn the ball over, the Chiefs win.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins win. I think my prediction is the Dolphins because, again, the Chiefs haven't really looked very good all season. Yes, they're managing to win. They're having fine games. Mahomes has probably had 2 or 3 good games this season.
Yeah.
But they're still managing to win, which is what champions do. However, when you come up against good teams over and over again, you're gonna lose.
I don't think they're actually gonna look. I don't think they'll ever look like they did again.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever look like that.
Travis Kelce doesn't look like the same player he was. Granted, he had an injury at the start of the season. He doesn't look like the same player.
He's going to retire in a couple of years' time.
Yeah.
On the decline.
Yeah, he's definitely on the decline. He's going to retire. Patrick Mahomes, unfortunately, he earns too much money.
Yeah,
he is too much money. He kind of needs to give some of it back. Obviously, he's not, because that's just stupid. But
is it stupid?
You can
restructure your deal, can't you?
Yeah, but he earns too much. He earns way too much.
As he should, though.
As he should, because he's the best, but they're not.
But then he's going to hit you in the bus.
They are a team now that kind of has to look like the Patriots of the 2000s, where it's good defense, don't turn the ball over, maybe score 20 points max, and win games.
thing is, if they score 21, they don't lose.
Yeah, that's literally their record this year.
If they score 21, they don't lose. And if they hold their opponents to under 20, they win.
And their defense is good.
This is it.
Top 3.
I think they win. I don't think the Dolphins have it in the bag to take them down. The Bills just held them. The Bills just held 14. Chiefs have got bad defense. And the Chiefs are experienced in the playoffs. Yeah, Chiefs have been there, done that. Andy Reid knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, but we've said that all season, but there's been games where you've been like, they should know how to win that game, even if they're not playing well, and they haven't done it this year.
That's true.
And
that's true. But
that's where my mind is like, that's why I can't call it.
That's fair, but the playoffs are a different animal.
Yeah,
people knocked them last year as well. They went on a losing streak last year. I think they were like 6-5 or something last year, and people were like, "Wow, Chiefs are done."
Oh yeah, they were done massively.
Chiefs won.
Yeah, I'm not writing them off. It just makes it so much harder.
I'm writing them off.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
a bold take.
That's your prerogative.
If they win, as in if the Dolphins win, how interesting does that playoff path look now?
Because it means the Dolphins go to... Wait, does that mean the Dolphins go to...
Bills.
To the Bills?
Yeah.
Ooh. Orchard Park in the winter.
But after just losing as well at home, you get the revenge game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting, but it just changes it a lot. But yeah, I think the Chiefs...
I'm sitting firmly on the fence with this one.
Really?
Yeah.
No, there's horns or whatever you call it on the bench. You can't do it. Yeah.
Horn?
Or whatever it's called.
Where are you going with that?
There's porcupines on the bench. You can't sit on the bench.
Why doesn't this guy say barbed wire? What's happening here?
Porcupines. Who puts barbed wire on the bench?
Who puts porcupines? And also, I said sitting on the fence, not the bench, and you've gone porcupines on a bench.
Alright, porcupines on the bench on a fence.
What's happening here? This guy's lost his mind.
You got to choose someone.
I'm going Dolphins.
You're going Dolphins? Yeah. For sure. Jesus Christ. 2 over Patriots.
Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alright, cool. We're going to throw up our predictions on social so you can see what we're going for. I think there's going to be some interesting ones if he's going Dolphins in that one, because that opens the whole...
He's definitely going Dolphins.
No, I think I did go Chiefs.
No, I'm looking at my prediction now and the Chiefs. But.
So we went Chiefs.
I think I did go for the Chiefs.
What has been the last 10 minutes?
Because then I think it sets up a Chiefs.
Hey man, I did it at a point in time. It's now a different point in time.
So just disregard our predictions because apparently they're incredibly boring. We just contradict ourselves during the chat. So you can just end the episode here. Stop listening because what's the point? We're just useless. This is useless. Are there any other interesting games we want to chat about? I mean, they're all in theory interesting. We've spoken about...
We've already missed the Bills Steelers, so yeah.
But that's not interesting. That's not without TJ Watt. It's not
I think we think the Bills are going to fairly comfortably take that one. I don't think that one's going to be necessarily close. But the Steelers are just a tough team to play. But without TJ Watt, I think they lose.
I don't want to see Mason Rudolph, man.
Yeah, that's valid. All right, cool. That's it. Playoffs coming up. Juicy stuff. Next week, games start.
It's crunch time.
Yeah, man.
Exciting
I'm looking
times.
forward to it. Next couple of months are going to be next 5 weeks are going to be good. Cool. Anything else?
Nope.
From me.
All right, sweet, cool. As always, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. It helps us out quite a lot. A review is always nice if you're watching it on any of the platforms, Spotify, etc. Write us a nice review. That would be sensational.
And if you're on YouTube, write us a comment.
Yeah,
engage.
Man. Say
want to hear
some
from
stuff.
You. Yes,
if you want to rip these lot for just
Terrible
contradicting themselves and for my horrific takes.
Yeah, contradicting. From near home.
Yeah, but you recency, man. You lot did it most recently. Mine was
if you grew your hair a bit longer, you'd actually look like him as well, man.
Listen,
wow.
We'll go in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, my take was 10 minutes ago, man. Get on board. You lot just contradicted your own predictions.
Wear cardigans.
Wow.
What's happening here? Who's going to win? Chiefs or Dolphins?
You can close the show. I'll let you.
All right, cool. Enjoy the playoffs. You'll hear from us again, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace. I think, right?